might make me sound a little crazy. And the claim is I don't believe any viruses ever exist or existed. Um, I've been hearing a lot about people saying it's terrain, diseases from your environment, and that is actually provable in many different scenarios. It's something you can replicate and duplicate and produce in science. But viruses is not something that has ever been isolated. So and the hat drop for the other statement is, oh, they exist. What about SV40, right? I see that a lot. SV40 was contaminated. It's a virus from monkeys contaminated in the COVID-19 vaccines and in the polio vaccine. So viruses have to exist because that's the mechanism that gives everyone cancer from the vaccines, from that virus they put in. And I was like, really? So, okay, I'll look at it. No argument. What about SV40? So I looked into it and I was shocked on how they first initially proved or came up with the isolation of SV40 in the 1960s. I can't remember his name, but scientists found SV40 inside of vials, inside the toxic vials full of all kinds of chemicals of the polio vaccine. And so what they did to isolate this supposed SV40 virus was take monkey cells, healthy monkey cells, and then take the polio vaccine, put them in a dish together, wait 48 hours, 2 days, and then look at what happened to the monkey cells. And what they came up with was a whole bunch of degraded DNA, toxic slop, dead cells, and DNA fragments, and called that SV40. They didn't take it from the monkeys. They didn't, it was already in the vials. So I guess they used monkey cells to create the polio vaccine. So I guess there were monkey cells inside of the toxins of the vaccine vials. And I guess that produced slop and dead cells and dead DNA. But they replicated it with healthy cells and vaccine fluid. Like, what? That doesn't prove that viruses exist. That proves that you can poison cells to death where they produce disease. You can take cells and just add formaldehyde, heavy metals, all kinds of disgusting chemicals. And the cell, what are the cells gonna do? What are the healthy cells gonna do in that mixture? Of course, they're gonna burst open and shed their whatever they're containing. Pieces of them are gonna be floating everywhere and slop. Like, what? So people, that was bizarre. I was like, I just looked into it, and that's how the very first detection of this supposed virus was created, not found, but they had to do a whole series of events to actually produce something that they call SV40 virus. Amazing. Not from an actual monkey, but from monkey cells that were poisoned with vaccines. The vaccine. Oh my gosh. So what do you think? And then I think another big one is, what about cold sores, or what about herpes? That is a lack of nutrient zinc. Everyone who gets a cold sore or herpes or whatever, almost always they have a very low blood, like zinc in their blood. They haven't been eating right. Their immune system is not great because they have not a great amount of nutrients. So they have little sores that come out here or whatever. What about, so, and how do you cure cold sores or herpes? Take zinc. Get your daily zinc up to normal levels. What about, like, back in the day when, pirates got scurvy? And what is scurvy? It's a vitamin C deficiency. And it would cause their teeth to fall out. Like, some of them would die from it. And their hair would fall out. And they get very, very sick. What was the problem? Just lack of vitamin C, fruits and vegetables. I mean, today, if that happened, they would be like, there's a virus. Ah! They'd be like, no, they just didn't have enough nutrients, vitamin C. It's crazy. I no longer believe in viruses because the science behind it it's witchcraft. They poison something living to a state where the living thing or organism or cells die and produce slop. Just like any toxins, right? Like, isn't that how it all works? If we, smoke cigarettes, then we're gonna get sick more often. Our lungs are gonna produce phlegm and slop because the cells in the lungs are getting killed. What about it's another one? Eating junk food. You're not getting any vitamins or nutrients, so you're gonna get sick. Same with drinking. If you drink too much or too often, your liver and your brain the cells of the liver and the brain are gonna die, and you're gonna get sick. All other kinds of the functions, but you're gonna get sick. If you poison yourself, if you eat Roundup, you'll get cancer. It's poison. So it is terrain, like your environment. And why do people seem to get sick at the same time in the same house? Because you drink the same poisoned water, you have the same amount of vitamin D coming from the sun in your sky, you eat the same meals from the same grocery store, you're around the same electromagnetic 5G towers, you're breathing the same air, so it's very likely that all the toxins person A has been exposed to that's now getting symptoms, all those toxins you also have been exposed to. So it's time to detox. So you detox together, I guess, or a day apart. So it makes sense to me that our environment, you can replicate that. You can replicate a toxic environment and put things in it and have the same outcome. Just like, they literally take healthy cells, put it in a toxic environment, and produce disease and call it a virus. That's insane. There's no virus, guys. It's terrain. It's your environment. So, I don't know. Just thought that was important. And, people are like, what about the Spanish flu? Or what about polio? Just read the book. I think it's called The Electric Rainbow or something like that. Oh, I forgot the name of it. But so he goes throughout time, all of time, where all these disease outbreaks, any significant outbreak to ever happen in the world. And then every time there was an outbreak, such as I believe Spanish flu happened before polio. And so Spanish flu was when the radio was introduced to the world. Radio signals, it changed the air and radiomagnetic frequencies going everywhere. Everyone got them in their house, in their homes, in the shops. And then everybody got a little sick because they were not used to the change in the atmosphere and the electricity in the air. And their cells of their body weren't ready for it yet. So they got sick. And then polio. I believe polio was when everybody started to get TVs in their homes and everywhere. Remember, TVs had the two antennas up to catch the signals? And then the kids would sit in front of the TV. Remember, we see all those movies, they sit like 2 inches or a foot in front of the TV just staring at it. Like you're getting the same electromagnetic signals into your body. I believe in Jesus Christ 100%, and I also believe the Bible supports that we are living creatures with energy, and that energy affects us, and that, you can, when we're in heaven, believe it or not, we're going to communicate without speaking physical words. Like, it'll be glorious, but we still are energetic, created beings in a physical body. it still matters. And changes in electricity and electromagnetism and radio waves do affect us. What happened in COVID? Were people sick? Yes. They got a bad flu. The flu got bad. What was introduced? Come on. 5G. All the towers went up. We weren't used to it yet. We hadn't climatized to that kind of radio frequency, and our cells weren't used to it. We got poisoned, though. I mean, we've gotten used to it now, the 5G frequency. We still get colds and flus to detox from it. It's not great, but at first, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was the flu, a bad flu.